वेलकम गाइज टू अनदर वीडियो ऑफ वीकेंड राइडर्स। ये कोई ब्लॉग नहीं है, दिस इज़ नॉट अ ब्लॉग, ओके। इन दिस वीडियो वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट some tips for long riding and safety. Now, many of us tend to do long riding in weekends, and some of us who has a big displacement bike or a small displacement bike as well, वो लोग भी करते हैं ये राइड। सो आई थॉट कि एक वीडियो बनाना चाहिए इन द न्यू सीरीज विच आई केम अप विथ दिस टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स मेड थिंग्स विथ ईज। देन आई थॉट कि let's make a video upon what are the tips for long riding and safety. And in this video we'll be discussing some things about in long ride we tend to take a lots of things. I mean, if you are going to Ladakh, if you are going to Gurudangmar, if you are going to some extent also like you plan a night ride to Murshidabad in this summer afternoon because you don't want to ride your motorcycle on the heaty summer afternoon. That's why you are planning it in the night time. So in this scenario, which things you should take with you, which things you should carry with you, don't take any extra luggage. Just you need to take point number one, you need to take your chain lube at first. Chain lube you should carry, and just after 400 kilometers or 500 kilometers you should lube your chain accordingly. Now before starting the ride, lube the chain at about 6 hours prior to the ride and leave the bike like that. This, by doing this, the chain will soak up all the lubricants, and the chain will be smooth as hell, and you're too much of smoothness. So you will feel a definite change in your riding style and riding quality. Next thing what you should keep in your mind is your engine displacement. I mean, you were using a 100cc of bike and you were cruising over highways. Now cruising speed is not a speed which your bike top speed. This is not a speed like that. Cruising speed is meant to be a sweet spot of the bike. Like I have a 135 and 65 kmph to 75 kmph is my cruising speed. This is a sweet spot for my bike, and my bikes feel absolutely smooth, absolutely no stressed out engine in that 65 to 75 kmph. Now if I had a 150cc or a post 150cc segment category bike, then obviously my cruising speed will increase, like it will be 80 to 85 or it will be 80 to 90 kilometers per hour, and depending on that it will help your bike's long term health. In this category I also covered that your bike's displacement also matters. Like you are riding at night, you are cruising over highways, so you can't take a chance that your bike engine just heats up and then it somehow seizes, somehow any kind of problem arises from the parts from your bike. Like last time my gear lever got damaged, and thankfully I was riding in a day condition. That is why my fellow rider who was riding with me, he helped me out at that scenario. Otherwise that was a really worst scenario for me, and I could have been landed in a soup if I met this situation at night. So do a thorough checkup while getting into a ride. Now, speaking about the small displacement bike who ride in daytime, please keep in mind that what is your bike's cooling system. Now, there are various types of cooling system, and I will discuss it in later on some videos. But this time I'm just giving a hint that your engine might be a oil cooled, your engine might be a air cooled, or your engine might be a liquid cooled engine. Now, depending on the cooling system provided with your bike will gain some heat, a lot of heat while riding. Now, many of our bikes don't have a heat signal, like the engine is overheated and we don't come to know that the engine is actually overheated, and we are keeping cruising the bike. At the time we don't have the ECU also in your bike, some of our bikes like low displacement bikes. So in that scenario, what happens that the ECU doesn't stop our bike to rev further, and this causes a lot of problem for the rider as well as the bike also. So in the daytime when you are riding, keep in your mind that your bike may heat up a lot while riding. I am a 135 Pulsar 135 user, and I feel this thing personally, that Pulsar has a raw power generating engine, and that is why it produces much more heat. Still I use Motul, that is a semi-synthetic one, in engine oil, and that's why my bike performance doesn't drop down. Coming to the next point, if you are riding at night, then one thing which you should keep in your mind properly, that is the illumination your bike is providing, the headlight and additional fog lights and additional blinkers, which means the hazard lights. In at night when you are riding, it might be a one-way road, it might be a two-way road. When the vehicles are coming from the front side, you should turn on your blinkers in order to ensure much more safety, because safety comes first, guys. Now at night when you are riding at a long distance, at the time you need to know that which place is safe to stop. You just can't stop in a, I mean, you might be riding alone, you might be riding with your friends, or you might be riding with your co-riders. At the time you must know that which place is safe to stop. You might stop with at a dhaba, and that dhaba also should be a reputed dhaba. If you are carrying things like some, if we just liquidate the cost of their gears, like their cameras, their bikes, their the accessories they are currently using while riding, at the time it will turn up to 1 lakhs or 2 lakhs. So this 1 lakhs or 2 lakhs rupees will be in danger if you stop at some unsafe place. This thing is, I mean, too much crucial for a rider while riding at night. So stop at a dhaba, stop at a hotel, stop at a CCD, whatever, but ensure safety. Another thing is, while riding at night time, beware of police. In West Bengal, or I guess in India, you will find this difficult, especially in West Bengal. I have found this really pretty much challenging, that at night the police try to stop you. You are, cruising in a, you are cruising at a highway over 75-80 kilometers per hour, so your bike is definitely at a high speed, and suddenly someone comes out from the left side and then choose to stop you at that great speed. Now you might fall down, you might stop your bike also, but at that time what is the guarantee that that guy is a police or not? And if that guy is a police, then though you are having lots of original documents, lots of legitimate documents, but then he will ask you for money. They are always in search of money, and that's why the roads of West Bengal is not safe at night for driving or for riding. Keep this in mind. Beware of police. The last but not the least, if you are riding with a lady, I mean, if she might be your girlfriend, she might be your fiancée, she might be your wife also. So if you are riding with her, then make sure to lock all these safety features, that where to stop, beware from police, don't stop here and there, and ensure a good speed, because hooligans are out there to check you out at night. That's why I have personally faced challenges like this. That is why whenever I am riding at night, I don't usually ride alone. I make sure that there is a fellow rider with me, and then I ride smoothly. So if you do like this video, then give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I will come with many other videos in this channel, in this new series, tips and tricks. So it will make things easier for you, for the wannabe riders and for the riders out there. So for this time, goodbye. अरे वीडियो ख़त्म हो गया, प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करो यार, and check out the other videos as well. Okay, let me give the description right here.